everybody. I'm Kelly Ellers.
I'm Jeffrey Lennon.
And this is Volume Up by the Tees. All right, Jeff. So out in the world, Dove, genius marketers. Kudos to Dove, right? And a lot of great things bringing awareness, but now they're bringing awareness to your underarms. And I don't really like saying that, but
yeah, no,
I just did.
let's not bring awareness. Let's do the opposite.
Let's not.
I guess it's important. The campaign is what? It's doing what, Kelly?
So the campaign, they've launched their new Dove Ultimate Antiperspirant, and they're doing little pop-ups around Manhattan, really essentially advocating against toxic beauty standards. And so this new product offers hydrating care, and they're likening it to, we do so much with our face. There's so much care there, our body, our skin. Why does it not apply to the underarms?
Sure.
And I've never thought about it like that.
So again, kudos to those marketers. They're doing their damn thing.
They are.
Making us think twice and more about underarms. Again, the campaign's cool. The little cute beauty fridges, we love to see it. Ew. I just like ew.
Ew. Here's the thing. Okay. And then this goes to the natural, non-toxic debate, which I have tried so many, non-toxic, whatever, safe, clean deodorants. And I don't think they work.
Sadly, it's true. Although I will say, because I've been on that journey too, everybody freaking us out about aluminum, etc., being in antiperspirants. I will say that Kosas makes a very good, I think that it's enzyme. I've got 2 cents. I've used both. The unscented one is especially good. Natural, quote unquote. Roller application, which is a little bit interesting.
Okay.
Just you got to buckle in for that part, but it does its thing. It does not work.
Right.
It works. I should be more emphatic. Try that out. See if that works.
And if they're listening, they should sponsor the pod because clearly they've got an advocate in you. They could convert me.
They could.
Right?
Well, we will see. So let's see. You should try it out. You can buy it. I buy mine at Sephora. Yeah, give it a shot. Let us know. But kudos to Dove for making us think about these things. I guess.
Talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Job well done. All right. On last week's episode, we talked with Derek Monroe. Derek is a 3-time Emmy-nominated hairstylist, as well as host, creator, and producer of his show, Behind the Scenes Beauty. Derek has proven himself as a talented and versatile hairstylist with exceptional skills working with wigs, extensions, and natural hair textures. But he is truly making waves on his own on that show with guest appearances from June Ambrose, the June Ambrose, Wendy Williams, again, the Wendy Williams, Wade Minute. Yeah, we could, Oscar James, Raven Simone, and so many more. And if you like learning more about the industry, those who are enacting change, and creating a better world, make sure that you subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all of the places at Read the Tees, and send in questions to volume.com.
On this week's episode, we talked with Britta Cox. Britta is the founder of Aquis and co-founder of K18. In 1999, she decided there had to be a better, healthier way to dry your hair, one that didn't include using a bulky, friction-causing bath towel. Been there, done that. With her ski industry background, knowledge of sports, fiber technology, and an entrepreneurial mindset, she set out to find a fabric that alleviated the annoyance that she experienced, and we all do when we're drying our hair. The technological innovation that Britta implemented to create the Aquis beloved wraps and towels eventually led to a light bulb moment for her tech entrepreneur husband, who after 10 years of research then created K18, the science-backed hair care brand, literally turning the industry on its head. Together, their approach to drying hair was rooted in avoiding the use of excess force and finding innovative ways to work with hair to create the ultimate healing routine. I've seen K18 literally everywhere. So I am super excited to hear more about it.
But before we get to that interview and talk about K18, which we're all obsessing over, we're going to talk about something that before we get to that interview and talk about K18, which we're all obsessing over, we're going to talk about something else that has been getting everybody a buzz, and that is the Oscars, specifically what happened between a Mr. Chris Rock and a Mr. Will Smith regarding a joke that was made that landed very poorly, some slapping, and then this conversation around alopecia. So,
Correct.
I mean, like, we're not gonna dissect the silliness. We're two white folks, that we're not getting into that. But we can talk about the importance that this has caused in terms of raising awareness around alopecia. Millions and millions and millions of people around the world suffer from alopecia. And now it's squarely in the spotlight. Kelly, what are your thoughts?
I think it's an unfortunate incident led to, if there is a silver lining, right, to bringing awareness to alopecia and those who are suffering from this condition, how, maybe a small bald patch on their head led to this, led to that, led to them then being diagnosed. And so I think, Jada Pinkett Smith with her totally rocking her bald head is absolutely stunning. If you recall a couple pods ago, in fact, I was like, she won for me.
I know you
the
did.
best hair or lack of, because she's absolutely stunning.
Yep.
I think women with bald heads are beautiful, but there's a lot of underlying struggle with that. I'm certain with confidence and wanting to fit in and the actual medical diagnosis of it all. So, one thing for me is doing a little research. There was an article on The Cut, and it was a woman named Gina Knight. And she talks about her story. In 2012, she had her first child. She was like, what the heck's going on? My hair is falling out. Been there, done that. Then she noticed a small bald spot, went to the doctor, said, stop braiding your hair, stop relaxing your hair. 4 years later, she then was diagnosed with a rare form of alopecia, which led her to blog about that on her blog, Natural Belle, then creating her own product line. So, silver linings. I'm glad that we're talking about it. What's your hot take? There's a lot to unpack. Right?
Yeah, no, there's so much. There's so much. And really, to your point, I think, thank God we're talking about it in this way, that the attention is shifting off of what was happening and more why it was noteworthy to begin with. So kudos to Jada Pinkett Smith for being so open about, what it is that she's experiencing, because so many other people are experiencing it too. And with any luck, we'll be more sensitive in the future. We don't know what people are going through, and maybe just don't say stupid SHIT.
Yeah.
Be kinder.
Agree.
That's something that keeps coming up with this podcast too. So many of the quotes that we've got, what are quotes that, our guests live by? What is the advice that they've got? It's be kind to everybody, be nice to people. And that is something we should all take away, isn't it?
It really is. It's a very number one golden rule lesson.
Exactly.
I'm down with that.
Yep. All right. Well, moving on. Let's talk about what is happening on tease.com. That editorial team of ours is hard at work this week, uncovering industry news, looking into trends, and diving into brands that you don't know, but you should. And we're going to give you some of our favorite headlines. Look, we just talked about the Oscars. So, of course, we're going to talk about what the red carpet hairstyles and the ceremony looked like. Kelly, following last year's scaled-down in-person show, we were all hoping for much more normal things when the 94th Academy Awards returned. Along with historic wins and a stellar performance, Beyonce, Billie Eilish, the Encanto cast, all of that, the star-studded affair also had its fair share of bizarre and downright shocking moments. We just talked about that at the top, which pretty much overshadowed everything, except for the hair. And we're going to talk about it. So our team went through their favorite looks. We talked to hairstylists, the pros that make these looks happen. Which of the looks were your favorite?
So I have two. The first one is I love a menswear look. And so Kristen Stewart, that was everything for me. I've been known to be nicknamed Blazer before because I love me a blazer. And she did it right. All kinds of right. The hair swept to the side, tousled, sexy as hell. Loved it. Right. Yep. So that's my one or two. And then Lupita is my second. So,
Queen.
Those braids. She was inspired by African figures in classical Greek art, and she was a vision. So those are my looks. What about you?
Okay. Well, I mean, I have a soft spot for the Queen, Beyonce, Giselle Carter, Knowles Carter, rather. So yeah, Beyonce looked incredible. The performance was shot in Compton, where we actually had been earlier that day, which was kind of cool.
Yes.
With the Compton Cowboys and their junior equestrian club. And that was just like, yeah, the tennis court performance, the yellow, the hair, like she looked incredible. So shout out to Neil Farina for making that look happen for both the performance and for the actual appearance at the ceremony. And then I think Lupita, she was on my list. I think Alana Haim, though, I was really into. I think she looked incredible. The Haim sisters always turn it out. So kudos to them, their team. They're doing the damn thing. The Oscars were great this year. I mean,
I mean,
there were in terms of the looks, the fashion.
I know everyone was back to bring it, and that was like the red carpet was like, yes, I loved it. So
we needed that. I think it's all been, we didn't need what happened later. Yeah. All right. Other things on the tease.com that we're into. There was an article entitled "A New Version of the Dyson Airwrap is Coming Out This Summer That You Should Know About If You Are Into Airwraps." Just when you thought the Dyson Airwrap couldn't get any cooler or more innovative, in comes a new version that is set to take hairstyling to entirely new heights, literally. Everyone's favorite viral hair tool is getting a massive upgrade, and we couldn't be more excited. Called the Dyson Airwrap Multi-Styler, this next-gen version launches summer 2022, so you won't have to wait too long. And if you were a fan of the OG Airwrap, just know that you can expect the same technology that you know and love, along with additional new features and attachments that will ultimately help to improve styling all over. These improvements were added not only to make the Airwrap much easier to use, but also to ensure that it's more functional across different hair types. We'd love to see it, Dyson.
We do.
So Kelly, do you currently Airwrap?
I don't, but I feel like I should. I really, really feel like I should. I mean, this tool for me, like certainly I love that it's going to work for all hair textures. Like, yes, come on, right?
Let's make it happen.
And I love the upgrade. I mean, all of the different attachments are wild. And I've got to believe that if I was styling hair every day, this would be such a useful, like grab and go, works for everyone, multifaceted tool. So, we expect this of you, Dyson, and you delivered.
You delivered. Exactly. All right. So go to thetease.com, check that out. And last of the articles that came out most recently that we think that you should know about is one that is entitled "The House Just Passed the Crown Act for the Second Time. Here's what this means." So the US just got one step closer to ending hair discrimination at the federal level. On Friday, March 18th, the US House of Representatives passed the Crown Act, creating a respectful and open world for natural hair, a bill that would ban race-based hair discrimination in the workplace and in federally funded programs like public housing. For those who aren't aware, this is the second time that this legislation has passed through the House. During September of 2020, the Crown Act was first passed and later blocked by the then Republican-led Senate, which, come on, guys.
Come on.
With this most recent passing, the bill will soon head to the Senate to be voted on under the guidance of legislative sponsors, Democratic New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, who's making things happen, and Rep. Bonnie Watson Coleman. And while the hope is that this time that things will be different, it's worth noting that the Senate is split 50-50. It could go either way. But let's end hair discrimination already. So the question to you, Kelly, and our listeners is, have you called your senators? And if the answer is no, let's all get on the line and let them know that they need to pass this legislation.
Absolutely. I mean, how is it 2022?
Yeah.
And we are literally talking about discrimination of basic hair textures.
Yep.
Like it gives me goosebumps and makes me irate. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
And so please do call your senator.
Yep.
And let's put this in the past.
Let's absolutely do that. Go to thetease.com. There's a ton of resources, including how to get a hold of your senator. So check out that important article, please. And let's get this passed. And as always, so much going on at thetease.com. Thank you to our hardworking editors. We are proud to publish the stories that salon pros and consumers care about every damn week.
Next up, Jeffrey talks with Britta Cox, the founder of Aquis and co-founder of K18. All right, Jeff, now that's a story, right? I mean, from from Aquis to K18, the involvement with her tech entrepreneur husband. There's a lot happening, and kudos to them because marketing on point, right? I'm seeing it everywhere.
So good.
And I have an appreciation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, good God, like it's not, K18 has not been around for very long, as we all know, just launched within the pandemic, and it's literally everywhere. So we are thrilled to have been able to talk with Britta about how it got started, what they're up to, and it made me want to add to cart. So I've already made my order. And if you haven't already, like, let's just get on it. Go ahead and do that. We should have a discount code, Britta. What's up with that?
We should. Be sure to hit subscribe, rate and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Volume Up is a Tease Media production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. Brian Daly is our editor and audio engineer. Thank you to our creative team for putting together the graphics for this episode.